Namaste yogis, my name is Lisa and welcome to my channel. We're going to open up and allow ourselves to really focus today on what rituals and what routines do you have on a daily basis that allows you to become the healthiest version of you. So as we work with that today, I want you to close your eyes and we'll start into a seated pose, allowing the shins to cross at the center, grounding down through your sitting bones. Close your eyes and scan your body. Notice how you feel today. And start to bring your attention towards your breath. As you breathe in deeply through your nose, filling up through the belly, all the way down, expanding just like you had a balloon in the belly. And as you exhale, let all of the breath out of the body. So all the breath coming in through the nose, and all of the breath coming out of the nose. Setting your intention for your practice today. And once you've set the intention, let's go ahead and blink open the eyes. Sweep the arms all the way up. Gather this radiant, positive energy. Feel it in your arms. Stretch and lengthen your spine. And then on the exhale, I want you to release the right hand down towards the earth. And just like a little spider, start to walk your fingers out to the side as you start to lean over and start to open up through the sides of the body. If it feels okay on the neck to look underneath the arm. And then I really want you to stretch that left arm as you tack down through the left sitting bone. Send the breath now into the side of the lungs, expanding. And then slowly come back to center. Sweep the arms back up to the sky. Relax your shoulders down. Feel your fingers spread nice and wide. Even wake up your toes. Spread your toes here. And then on the out breath, release the left hand down and just spider walk your fingers directly to the side as you tack down the right sitting bone and start to stretch that right arm all the way up and over. Sending the breath now to the right side of the body. One more full breath. And then slowly come back to center. Now we're going to take a twist. So I want you to take your left hand now outside the right thigh. Relax your shoulders down your back. And then elongate through the spine. Right hand goes behind you. Even maybe take those fingers and tent the fingers. And then slowly from the lower belly, the rib cage, the shoulders start to twist and look over that right shoulder. One more breath in your twist. And then slowly let the head come forward, the shoulders. Sweep the arms again all the way up to the sky. And then on the out breath, let the right hand come to the outside of the thigh. Take your left hand, maybe tent those back fingers, and then start to grow and elongate through your spine as you start to twist. Each breath elongating the spine a little bit more. And each exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Last breath in your twist. And then slowly come back to center. Let's roll over the knees and come to all fours as we start to wake up through the core activation now. So I want you to just pull the right knee in and just see how that feels. From here, I want you to really suck in now the belly. Draw it in so much that it really protects the lower back and the knee comes in a little bit more. The upper back rounds just like our cat pose. On the out breath, start to send the right leg back. Wake up through the feet and think of your cow as you relax the shoulders down your back. Try it again. Inhale, draw the knee into the chest. Pull everything into center. Exhale, send the right leg behind you. We'll do that a couple more times on your own. But feel activation of the core, because we're going to do this a little bit later. This next time you hold the right leg behind you, keep the toes towards the earth and float your left arm up, spinal balance. Last breath as you elongate in your spinal balance. Place the hand and the foot down to the earth and we'll switch sides. Draw the left knee in and just see where it comes as you start to bring the knee in. And then really start to pull the belly in, those deep transverse abdominals. And stretch the left leg behind you, send the heart space forward. Inhale, knee into chest, dome your back. Exhale, send the leg away. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Hold into your spinal balance. Send the right arm up. Feel the fingers and the toes work away from each other as you pull the belly up and in. And then slowly from here, keeping the abdominals engaged, place the right hand to the earth, step back to high plank pose, allowing the heels to draw back, tailbone towards the earth, heart center towards the front of your mat. And then today we're going to lower the knees to the mat. We're going to lower the chest down to the earth, keeping the elbows hugged in, and then like a snake, start to snake out into your cobra pose. Relax your shoulders down your back. And then from here, child's pose, balasana. Allowing the hips to come towards the heels. And then just rock your hips a little bit. Right, left. See how your lower back feels. And then come to center, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And then right away, let's just bicycle the legs. Bending the knee, straightening the leg. See how your calves and ankles feel. And let's move the hips from side to side. And then allow the heels to melt straight back in your down dog. Start to walk your feet towards your hands. Grab a hold of your elbows and we'll just hang. And I want you to relax your neck with a gentle yes and no. And then start to gently sway your body just like a pendulum on a clock from side to side. Allowing the backs of the legs to open. Switching the arm that's on the bottom. And then slowly come back to center. Take your hands to the earth or your shins or your blocks. Lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Press into the feet. Rise up, stand up tall. Tadasana is the feet press down, the arms lift up, and see if you can make yourself taller as you push those feet into the earth and then rebound upward. Lift your chest, lift your heart, allow that to shine upward, and then exhale, release, forward fold over the legs. Halfway lift on the inhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Let's try that again. Knees, chest, and chin, lowering to the earth, elbows hugging in. Slowly roll out, cobra pose. Transition to our balasana, child's pose, into downward facing dog. Notice how you feel in your downward facing dog. Keeping the hip points lifting to the sky. From here, bend your knees, look forward, walk or float your feet to your legs. Halfway lift on the inhale, toes to touch, little space in the heels, forward fold on the exhale. Bend your knees now, chair pose, sweep the earth, sweep the sky, reach the arms up. And let's strengthen the feet. So lift the heels up and pop up on the metatarsals. a little bit more. And then from here, straighten your legs. Come to tiptoe balance. All the way on your tiptoes. Release the heels down. Cactus your arms. Open up your chest. Exhale, chair pose. Slowly release, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Now you can stay with the knees, chest, and chin, or maybe we're ready now from high to low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Spin your back foot flat, bend your right knee and rise. Reach up to the sky. Slowly release the hands to the earth. Keep lifted in the shoulders. Step your right foot back. Maybe it stays lifted. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot. Big step forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Rise. See how it feels on your neck. If you can allow yourself to ground down in the legs, start to reach up. Let the heart space lift. Maybe opening up through the back of the throat. As you exhale, let the hands touch down, keeping everything light, lifted. Left leg floats back, maybe a one-legged plank, high to low, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Bring your big toes to connect, float your right leg up, three-legged dog. So let's work into the ankle now. So very slowly, circle the ankle so that there's no pops or cracks. Go really mindful. And then go one circle to the opposite direction. Bend your right knee. Allow your hip to open. Look underneath the left arm. Can you see your toe of the right foot? Come back to center and look underneath your right arm. And then straighten the leg. Bring your right knee to tap your right elbow. Feel the strength here. Pause. Stretch your right leg high up and back. Now draw the knee into the chest, just like we did earlier. Feel the doming of the upper back. Pull the pit of the belly up and in. Right leg goes back, three-legged dog. Take your right knee underneath your body, twist and hold. Really strengthen through that left leg. Send the right leg high up and back. And we're going to step forward into runner's lunge. I want you to soften through that left hip flexor and send the crown of the head forward. Keep pressing through the back of the ball of the foot into the mat and activate the strength of your left leg. One more breath as you inhale. Now start to pull the toes back and straighten through the right leg as you take this variation of your wide leg pyramid. Bow into yourself and see how your hamstring feels today. Last breath as you square the right hip back, the left hip forward. Your left heel may not touch the ground, that's okay. Bend your right knee, plant your hands, three-legged dog. Sweep the right leg all the way up, all the way back. Lower it down, downward facing dog. Switch sides. Left leg floats up to the sky. Hold your three-legged dog. And go into the ankle as we circle one time. Slowly. And then reverse that direction. Bend your knee in half as you draw that left heel towards the right glute and lift the left knee. Look underneath that right arm. Can you see the left toe without moving your upper torso? Can you look underneath that left armpit? Let the head relax now. Straighten through the left leg. Draw the left knee in, tap your left elbow. If you practice Kundalini, you can take the arm balance, but really I want you to focus more today on the core. Stretch your left leg high up and back. Draw the knee into the chest, engage, pull everything up and in. Left leg goes high up and back. Come underneath the body and twist. Left knee taps the right elbow. Now squeeze that right leg and hold. Feel that in your left oblique. Send the left leg high, and we'll step forward into runner's lunge. So as quietly as you can, step it through. Your back right leg now, super strong. Send the heart moving forward. Press into the right ball of the foot. Lift the hips slightly. And then the out breath, start to straighten that left leg. Pull those toes back towards your third eye. Let that right heel melt to the earth. Take one more breath here in this variation of pyramid pose. Bend your left knee, plant your hands. Allow that left leg to go all the way up and back. Three-legged dog. Stretch it a little higher than you did before. And then exhale. Allow it to melt back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. As you exhale, look forward. Walk, step, or float your feet. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold in. See if you can fold a little bit deeper. Bend your knees now, chair pose. Sweep the arms up to the sky. And we'll stand up nice and tall. I want you to take your right hand now and allow it to release towards the earth. Send that left arm up and all the way over as you take your lateral flexion. So this is the second time we've opened up the side bodies, and see how it feels. See if you can grab underneath that wrist now and pull yourself a little bit more. Let the hip gently press to the left a little bit deeper. Soft gaze in your eyes. Come back to your intention. Come back to center, and we'll switch sides. Allowing now the left arm to release towards the earth. Feel this reaching in both directions, that duality, and then start to just gently take that right arm, reach it to the side, opening up through the entire side of the body. Once you feel this shape, now grab underneath your wrist and see if you can just make a little bit more space now. Slowly come back to center. Again, cactus the arms, lift the chest, and then exhale, release, forward fold. Widen out your feet. Grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Lift the chest, bend your elbows, and start to pull your torso inward. Draw the chin into the shin. Press energy into the balls of the feet and pull the pit of the belly up and in. Release the toes, gorilla pose, as we lift the toes and slide the right palm underneath. Send your left hand underneath your left foot. Lengthen the torso, and again, see if you can pull yourself inward. Allow the backs of the hands to energetically move towards the front of your mat. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, let's work crow pose. Release the feet, release the hands. So fingertips stay nice and wide. Take the knees onto the triceps. The key here is to pretend we've worked this So thinking about the triangle, the heart comes to the tip of the triangle. If you drew a triangle, look forward. Maybe you can take one foot, maybe you switch and take the other foot, and then maybe you float both feet. Pull the belly in, just like we've been doing all class. Keep using the breath. You can take this to Malasana squat as well. If you're in your crow, we're all gonna vinyasa through. You can even jump back. Taking your up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg is gonna come high to the sky. And we're gonna step forward into crescent lunge. So allow the right knee to stay bent. Inhale, we'll rise. Let's work into our twists now as we take an open twist today. So drop the right arm behind the body and then allow yourself to twist. Take the palms forward, face the front of your mat, like you're this volleyball player that's about to lift up and spike the ball over the net. And then exhale, bow forward as the arms go behind, engaging the upper back and triceps. Let's flow with that. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, palms forward, reach forward. Exhale, bow. Last time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open twist. Stay with your open twist. Now you can stay here or take your right hand either to your waist or grab the left hamstring and start to take your reverse crescent as the left arm, just like the Statue of Liberty, reaching up to the sky. Strong back left leg. Slowly release. Come back to your twist. Palms forward. Reach forward. Warrior three. Let's launch off. Send the heart forward. Maybe your foot stays grounded with your warrior three. When you feel like you can gaze at something and keep that soft gaze, let that left leg float behind you. Just like our spinal balance. Trust that right leg. Lift the heart. Last breath. Stand up nice and tall into Tadasana. Release into Samastitihi, equal standing pose. Notice the difference between your right and your left side. Float the arms all the way up as you breathe in. Exhale, forward fold as you breathe out. Halfway lift on the inhale. Vinyasa on the exhale. Upward dog on the inhale. Downward dog on the exhale. Left leg floats behind you, three-legged dog. Step forward, big lunge. Use your core and step quietly. Make sure the left knee is over the ankle. Strong back leg. Float up into your crescent lunge. Take the open twist as the left arm starts to release back. Arms go forward, palms face forward. Exhale, bow forward. Work the breath. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, open twist. Bring out mentally, physically, emotionally. Come forward, palms forward. Exhale, bow forward. Last time, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, open twist and pause. Hold your twist. Left hand to the waist or grab a hold of that right hamstring and then start to lean into the legs and stretch the arm to the sky. Slowly come back to the twist. Sweep the arms forward. Think warrior three. Lift the chest. Maybe it's a few steps. Maybe you can take it all in one step. Stand up nice and tall, Tadasana. Samastitihi. Let's open the quads with our dancer pose. So allowing that right leg to come behind you, bending the knee, grabbing the inside of the foot, stretching that left arm up to the sky. Now hug your knees together and then start to kick that foot back, wake up the toes, and then send your heart forward to me. Maybe a smile. Feel that back leg, really stretch it back. Feel the back of the shoulder opening. You fall out of it, you come right back into it. And then release. A little more graceful than what I just did. Switching sides. Allow the chest. Really open up the heart space. Melt the shoulders down your back. And now bending the left knee. Catch a hold of the inseam of the foot. Stretch that right arm up to the sky. Start to kick that foot back, wake up the toes, and send the heart space forward. Last breath. Slowly release. Great job. And we'll take tree pose. But I'd like to give you an option today. So 4 options. You can keep the foot grounded, take it to the calf, take it to the upper inseam of the foot, or maybe today we take half lotus with the foot coming into the hip crease. So if that's bothering your knees or your hips aren't quite ready for that, then come back to your version of tree pose. Feel your foot ground into the earth, and then feel that energy rise through your body as your arms, your branches growing upward and outward. Last breath in your tree pose. Beautiful. Release. And we'll switch sides. Vrikshasana with the option or half lotus. Foot grounding to the calf. Just watch that you're not on the knee. Inner thigh, or take that variation of lotus with the foot coming in to the hip crease. Again, if that you're not quite ready for that, go back to your tree. Grow your branches from here. And then exhale, release. Good. Let's open up the hips now. So come to the front of your mat. Let's vinyasa as we sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow like you're this Olympic diver. Halfway lift. Vinyasa through. Once you've come to downward dog, let's work to warrior 2. So step your right foot forward. Cartwheel the arms, open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Look right over that right middle finger. From here, flip your right palm up to the sky. Lean your torso forward. Take your left hand behind your back for a half bind today. And then from the right side of the pelvis, draw that up to the sky. Reverse your warrior. From here, let's work into extended side angle. Elbow to the thigh, the earth or a block. Start to stretch your left arm over your ear. Now really reach that left arm over. And then maybe the right side of the ribcage can start to turn as the right hip hugs under. Send the right ribcage up to the sky. Press down into the feet. Don't change your legs. Reverse your warrior. All the way up and back. Now straighten your legs. Reverse triangle. All the way up and back. Feeling this long line of energy. Your body remembers these long, lean muscle shapes. And then exhale, cartwheel the arms down to the earth. And I want you to step back, high plank. Lower down to your belly for a count of 5. Slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees. See how it is since we've worked dancer. So if it feels okay with both knees bent, if not, straighten the legs. Take your arms into this cactus shape we've been working. Now lift the chest off the earth. Now stamp your feet into the sky and lift your thighs off. So you feel like we're skydiving, right? On this beautiful blue sky day, feel like you're skydiving, and then at the same time, feel your whole back body strengthening. Lift up a little higher in your skydiver, and then release the hands. And I want you to let your cheek melt and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Let your head turn to the other side, stretch your neck. And then relax the legs. Take your hands next to your rib cage. Let the shoulders melt down your back. Come up into high, lifting up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Left side now, big step. Virabhadrasana 2. So your heel and your arch are intersecting. You push down into the feet, and then those arms can spread wide. And then find your left middle finger. Feel the arms separating, reaching from the front of the mat into the back of the mat, but allowing the body to stay in the present moment through the breath. So we're not reaching towards the future, leaning the body, or to the past, leaning the body back, but we're staying in the moment because this is the only moment we're truly guaranteed. Let your left palm flip to the sky, lean your torso forward, and then take the right hand behind you. Lean back, reverse warrior. From here, come into your extended side angle, Parshvakonasana, elbow to the thigh, a block or the earth, and stretch now that right arm over your torso. Feel the straight line. So as I was working this in my live classes this week, I was walking around my classes and feeling people's right pinky toe ground out so that you can feel the inner arch of that right foot lift up. So focus on that. Then send your left sitting bone underneath your body. Can you start to take your left side of your torso, face it up towards the sky? Good. From here, press down into both feet. Keep the left knee where it is. Reverse your warrior with joy. And then straighten through the left leg. Reverse triangle. So plug down into the big toe mound of your left foot. Reach up and back with that left arm. Watch this right hand though, you're not putting too much pressure on the kneecap. From here, star pose all the way up. I'm going to teach you a new pose, Skandinasana. So I want you to think your toes are going to turn to 10 and 2. Hands are going to come to heart center. I want you to bend your right knee, and it depends on how this feels in your inner thigh. You may stay upright. Some of you can start to drop the tailbone, but watch your right ankle. Take a look down. Make sure the foot is flat. If it's popping up, if the heel is popping up, lift up. Now pull those left toes backward. Keep the heart lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bend your left knee. Drop down, Skandinasana. Take it to your level, keeping the side of the ankle grounded, the heel grounded, and then pull the right toes up, and we'll flow. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, right knee bends, Skandinasana. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, left knee bends, other side. So really feel that inner thigh stretch. Side to side, one last time. Great for the ankles. Use your pelvic floor. Stretch high when you reach up. This last one, I want you to really stretch up now. Turn your toes in and your heels out, slightly pigeon-toed. Release the hands either to the waist or interlock the fingers behind your body. Open up your chest. Climb your heart space up, squeeze your shoulder blades, and from the hip crease, start to fold forward. Letting the head melt towards the earth. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Pull the pit of the belly up, and let the head melt. See if you can drop some type of worry, some type of tension. Let it drop off of those shoulders. And then softly release the hands. Line up your fingers in line with the toes. Lift the chest up. And then exhale, bend your elbows. And as you bend your elbows, can you pull your chest a little bit more through so like the top of the crown of the head is working towards the earth. So you can see the elbows. You may even want to put a block here. If you practice going upside down into your wide leg tripod headstand, again, keeping the elbows bent, being able to see those elbows, top of the head is to the earth. So it doesn't matter whether the legs come off the ground. If you're coming down, allow those toes very gently to release. If you chose not to go upside down, you're still getting the benefits. And then start to walk your hands gently towards the front of the mat. Now, plant your hands and sweep that left leg all the way up and back to that three-legged dog. Open the hip like we did before. Stay here or keep that right hand grounded and flip your dog. Let go of that left hand and continue to squeeze those shoulder blades. And with feeling, stretch that left arm all the way up and to the front of your mat. From the belly center, reflip, and we'll meet back in three-legged dog. Lower the left leg to the earth. Come forward into your plank. Take your left hand to the middle of the mat and come into your variation of your side plank. Shoulders down your back. So the right hip should be pointing directly to the side of your mat. Reach now that right arm all the way up and over. And then exhale, come to plank. Lower high plank, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Stay for a moment in your down dog and just feel both sides. We'll float the right leg all the way up. Bend your right knee in half. Stay here or flip your dog. Left hand stays grounded. Let go of that right hand. Squeeze the shoulder blades. So you're in your one arm back bend as you press down into your feet. If you flipped, reflip back, just like a pancake. Three-legged dog. Forward to plank pose. Right hand to the middle of the mat. Keep everything lifted, levity, and start to float your left arm all the way up to the sky. Tailbone towards the heels, pull the toes back. Left arm floating all the way over your head. And then exhale, come to plank pose. High to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good work. from here, we'll set up for single pigeon. So pull the right knee in towards the right wrist. Send your left leg behind you. Lift the torso, lift the chest. Hug everything into midline. And then exhale, start to lengthen the spine as you fold. Now, if this is not working for you, you can come to your back and take figure 4. Palms are up. And our breath tonight will be an inhale of a count of 4 and an exhale of a count of 6. So inhaling deeply for a count of 4. And then exhaling for 6. Inhaling for a count of 4. Exhaling for a count of 6. Last breath as you inhale. And as you exhale. Start to walk your hands back up. Allow the back toes to tuck under. And then just organically, like, what does that right leg want to do? Does it just want to press back to down dog? Does it want to shake it out? Does it want to open the hip? Circle the knee? Listen to your body. What feels good? And we'll switch sides. Pigeon on the left. So, depending upon how open the hips are less open, the foot comes more to the pelvis. The more open the hips are, the more the foot is going to come parallel. So find like that Goldilocks, not too much, not too little, but something that feels just right. Hug everything into center. Lengthen the spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Coming back to that breath, inhaling 4 counts. And exhaling 6. Slowly walk yourself up. Come to your left hip and sweep the right leg to the front of your mat. I'm going to face you, and we're going to come into Baddha Konasana. So take your hands behind your back of your hips and just lengthen your spine. Bring the feet together and let the knees come to the side. So as you can see, probably the tightest part of my body is my hips. And so I've been working at it slowly and steadily. So if you find that you're like me and the knees are high, that's fine. Think about the outer thighs hugging down towards the ground. Now, let's work our feet. So just like if you had flip-flops on, I want you to take your fingers and go in between the toes, just to send your toes some love. Lift the chest, lift the heart, and then exhale. Start to bend your elbows, leading with the heart space, and we'll start to forward fold. Keep lengthening the spine. And then exhale, let it go. Use your breath really slowly and deeply. The slower the breath, the more that you're able to access that vagus nerve in the body. And when you do that, then we access that rest and digest nervous system, and that really is when healing can happen. Now I want you to take a variation of this today. So widen the feet now by bringing them towards the front. So you're making this diamond shape now. And we strengthened, right, the upper back in the skydiver. Now I want you to stretch it out now. So I want you to thread the hands underneath the legs, and then either using the palms to pull you, or sometimes I like to hold the tops of my feet. So whatever feels good. I want you to really use those arms now. Draw the chin into the chest, and you should feel this amazing stretch into the upper rhomboids and traps. So just allow that and enjoy that. Last breath here. And then roll up one vertebra at a time. Let's strengthen the core into Navasana pose. So hands can stay onto the earth. Maybe the hands could float off. I want you to lift your heart space and lift your chest. Take your knees so that the shins are parallel with the ground if possible, and spread your toes nice and wide. Lift the heart space and we'll go for a little boat ride as we exhale, half boat. And then slowly take everything in. Inhale to lower. Exhale, draw it in. More breath. Inhale. Exhale, knees and chest. Slowly inhale. Exhale, all of that stale air. Last time. Now in your boat pose here, fullest expression today. Maybe straightening the legs. See if you can interlace the fingers except for your index finger and start to twist all the way over to the right. Come back down to center and switch. Twist all the way over to the left. Come all the way back to center. All the way up to your boat. And then melt all the way onto your backs. Pull the knees into the chest. Rock right, rock left. Let the head melt in to the earth. And we're going to come into bridge pose. So take your feet bottoms to the earth, the knees pointing up towards the sky. And allow the shoulders, maybe you can shimmy the left shoulder underneath and the right shoulder so the collarbones stay broad. A slight pigeon toed here. Activate through the feet, press down into the heels, and then start to lift the pelvis off the ground. You can interlace the fingers like we did earlier. Continue to open up through the chest. Feel the whole front of the body opening here now. You can stay with this, or if you do practice full back bend, full wheel, fingertips towards the shoulders, come to the top of the head, and then slowly start to press yourself up. Whatever you chose, 3 full cycles of breath. If you're in full wheel, gently take the top of the head, tuck your chin. We'll all melt the upper back together, the middle back together, and the lower back together to the earth. Pull the knees now into the chest for happy baby. Grabbing behind the hamstrings, outside of the shins, or grabbing the feet. So tuck your chin in here, make an imprint of your spine into your mat, and maybe just like a happy baby would in its crib, rock right, rock left. And then come to center. Take your legs up to the sky as we take this Viparita Karini, this beautiful pose that allows us to defy gravity as all of the blood flow comes through the feet all the way to the brain. If it feels better to rest your hands underneath your hips for a little bit of support, you could always put a block underneath this. If shoulder stand is part of your practice, you can always take shoulder stand as well. Taking the hands to the kidneys, elbows drawing close into the body, towards each other, and then bringing the legs up to the sky, not moving the head in this position, just gazing towards the toes. From here, you can fold the body in half into your plow, halasana. And even bending your knees, drawing the knees towards the outside of the ears, deaf man's pose. And if you're in shoulder stand, come back to plow. Use your arms and your abs as brakes to lower yourself down. We'll meet everyone who chose to stay in this waterfall Viparita Karini pose. And then just pull the knees gently into the chest and lower the feet to the earth. Take your arms out to the side. And we're going to go back to that windshield wiper action with the legs. Windshield wiper the knees to the right. Internal, external rotation of the hips. And then windshield them over to the left. Again, windshield wiper to the right. And then windshield wiper to the left. Now stay with the left. Both the knees pointing to the left. Now you might be getting enough sensation with this. If you need more sensation, I want you to take your left leg, your foot, your ankle, and place it to the outside of the upper knee into the thigh. And that's like a sandbag, and that will just help to anchor that right hip. Now, can you lift your head very gently and start to look over to the right hand? Finishing with a beautiful spinal twist. Start to let the muscular effort go. Start to let the body become more relaxed and heavy. Breathing into the right side of those lungs. If the foot is on top, gently slide it off. Point the knees back up to the sky. Reset. And drop the knees to the right now. You can allow the legs to stay here, or if you need more, then take the right foot, place it onto the upper part of that left thigh, just above the knee, and then look, if you can, by lifting the head and gently start to send the gaze to your left hand. You're getting really chilly by starting to calm down and cool down, you might need some comfort clothes or blankets as we set up for final relaxation, Shavasana. So taking the feet now to the corners of your mat, allow the palms to stay lifted. Close your eyes, and I want you to ask yourself, just like the beginning of class, I work with a lot of athletes, and some of those are professional athletes. And when they go out for a game, they usually have a certain routine that they follow. And I want you to become, because you are an athlete as well, what kind of routine do you incorporate on a daily basis to allow yourself to become the healthiest version of you? So as you rest in quietness these next couple moments, I want you to just see what bubbles up to the surface so that you can allow yourself to act upon that and allow it to become a ritual. body stretch as your arms reach up over your head. Send your toes in the opposite direction. Notice how much space you've made in your body. And pull the knees into the chest. Take your knees to the side and come and just allow yourself to just melt. Taking your hands or resting on the bottom of your bicep. Come back to the intention you set at the beginning of practice. And then when you're ready, we'll gently press ourselves up as we start to settle into our final pose, yogi's choice of how you'd like to close your practice. So really think of different ways. Yoga practice, of course, meditation, clean eating, fresh water, lots of sleep, connecting with our amazing yoga tribe community. So think of things that you can incorporate on a daily basis to keep your immunity up, to keep yourself the healthiest version that you possibly can. So please make sure to like this video, share it with others that you know that would need to practice maybe at home, who cannot make it to a live class. And bring your hands as we sweep one last time. Feel your energetic vibration as it rises, this vitality, joy, happiness, and peace. And bring that feeling into your heart space as you seal your practice. So thank you for practicing with me on the mat today. From my heart to yours, namaste.